Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production channel here at YouTube, and welcome to another Friday review. Today I am here to review Scorched, the brand new 20th studio album from Thrash Metal legends Overkill, released back on April 14th, which was about a week ago, via Nuclear Blast. So without further ado, let's begin. Now, before I get into giving my thoughts on Scorched, you know what I have to do. I have to do a track list rundown, so I can tell you folks what are the songs that are on this album, how many tracks that are on this album, and what is the time length for this album. Since this album consists a total of 10 tracks, it clocks in at the length of 51 minutes and 5 seconds. So, these 10 tracks are, well, beginning with the title track, Going Home, The Surgeon, Twist of the Wick, Wicked Place, Won't Be Coming Back, Fever, Harder They Fall, Know Her Name, and then ending with Bag o' Bones. So there you go, folks. There's your 10 tracks. Yeah, that's still gonna go on. It is still gonna be the running theme. Running routine, I mean. The running routine for these review episodes is just smacking my note sheets across the mic stand. Because I don't care about your ears. I don't care about your speakers at all, folks. I don't. Yeah. That should get you into the mood for Scorched. Shit. Okay. Well, what can I say? Scorched pretty much lives up to its title. That came out a little weird. I think I meant to be Scorched pretty much lives up to its title, is probably what I meant to say there. Once in a while, it's always fitting to screw up a little bit. Alright. Well, just like Overkill still lives up to their name. Overkill does what Overkill do, and that is create blistering thrash metal. From the foot to the gas pedal fury of the title track all the way down to Bag o' Bones, they know what their audience wants. But, I gotta admit, I think Overkill brought their A-game here. Now, it's not like Overkill has never slowed down, but there is something more exciting about the performances here than compared to The Wings of War, which was the previous album that I also reviewed when it was a brand new release back in 2019. Yeah, it's been 3 years. Besides the title track, there's The Surgeon, which was the first song to be released as a single prior to the release of this album, which just smokes. Then of course there's Twist of the Wick, which is a gnarly ripper. Harder They Fall is a fierce jackhammer that never lets up and instantly grabs you by the throat. One of my favorites off of here, and the reason why I use jackhammer as a way to just to summon up the style of the song or the feel, is that it kind of reminds me a little bit, the way it begins off, it kind of reminds me of classic Anvil in that department, but then it just goes into just again a straight up ripper. But besides the no holds barred bruisers, there are some mid-pace songs that are just as killer, like Going Home, which sounds like it wouldn't have been all out of place on a classic like Taking Over. Wicked Place, which is a heavy ass devil stomper. We Won't Be Coming Back has that anthemic feel good vibe about it, which reminds you of some of the great stuff off of Taking Over or even Under the Influence. Know Her Name, which is a bone crusher that packs some killer riffs. And of course, the catchy as hell, one of my other favorites off of this album. This is, again, that's what I meant. Here is that it's catchy as hell. Again, this is a great song off of here. Kind of lost train of thought there for some reason. Not on my A game today. I'm getting over some allergies and stuff. So if I sound, or let's say if I come off kind of weird, it's because of my allergies were just kicking my ass for about a couple of days here. So I'm being as professional as possible and trying to be as fluent as I could, which I'm trying to do my best here. So let's then get into, of course, Fever. Now this might be one of the more intriguing numbers here. It starts off slow and somber, but has a darkness to it. Almost doomy, which Overkill has flirted with in the past, but here it comes across as a monster. Bobby gives out an amazing vocal performance here, showing you that he has a great vocal range, even at his age these days. Something you don't always hear very often from him though. The more lower, kind of, a little deeper lower register in a way, will kind of maybe... Oh boy, what's the best one? I'm kind of, I guess, giving off his sort of best Aussie kind of way, very doomy, or Messiah Markelin of Candlemass and so on. That kind of vibe, whatever. That register is that it just reminds me of that. Like he's trying to really channel those type of doom metal singers, and it kind of really adds to the feel of the song, and it's really cool. And it's just great. This just crushes from beginning to end. So, just like this album, there isn't really a weak song to be found here. It's a very good album, proving that Overkill are still a well-oiled machine and will likely keep going till the engine starts to run out of gas. But right now, this album shows that ain't happening anytime soon. So there you go, folks. There's my overall thoughts on Scorched, the brand new 20th album from Overkill, and my rating, I'm giving a 9.10 out of 10. Again, it's a really solid album. Again, Overkill are, since albums like, oh shit, I just forgot the Ironbound. Since Ironbound, they've just seemed to be a really... They are just a lean, mean metal machine since then, and they just never slowed down. All the albums, from even like the Electric Age to White Devil Armory. Oh my god, the Grinding Wheel. They've just never really stopped, and they just kept the ball running and running, and it just seems like that there's still a whole lot of gas left in the gas tank, and it's just really great that Overkill are still able to still be this strong even at this time. From 2010 all the way here to 2023, they've just been a well-oiled monster, and it's just really great. And I think this is another solid album too. Of course, the shelf of really good albums, you know, it's just a really good testament for how well strong that Overkill are going, and I think it's really great. And who knows how much longer this train is going to keep on going, you know. And I don't want to try and bring it to any more kind of downer parts, but it just kind of makes it feel that we've gotten this far in time now that, and given the age now, guys like Bobby Blitz Ellsworth and even some of the band members, I think he just reached up to his 60s here, and it's actually ridiculous. I think so. I got the Metal Archives up. I don't want to make him sound he's too old. No, literally, he's freaking 63 years old, and he's still able to pull off such a performance and sound as great that he has ever, you know, in years still. It's ridiculous. It's almost, it makes you think like he's some sort of, like he's not even human. How in the world is he still able to pull off this kind of performance at his age? It's unbelievable, but you kind of have to just enjoy as much as you can, because of who knows how the situation is going to be by 2033. So it's just fantastic that they're able to still put this much energy into their work at this age, and you have to kind of take things for granted, you know, or you can't, whatever, you know. So it's a really solid album, and I don't want to go on for too long, but there it is, folks. This is a solid album, and just, again, great for Overkill and great for them. So there we go, folks. Since I know all of you probably have listened to Scorched from Overkill, if you have any thoughts, whether they be positive or negative, you can leave them in the comment section below. But if you've never really listened to Scorched yet, or you just haven't gotten the chance, go out and do so. It's still another solid album to the arsenal of great albums from Overkill in the past over 10 years now. Over 10 years. So there you go, folks. There's my thoughts. This is it. This is every Thrash saying I'm out, and I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.